Hey, you guys. As you know, the veil is thin, and the spirit world and the physical world are able to cross over. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because I just did a video or began working on a video, and I had a ton of technical problems, and I'm here at a favorite location of mine, which is right here at the edge of the woods. And there's a really, really old graveyard nearby. And I honestly believe that maybe some of the spiritual energy may have interfered with my previous recording sessions. So I'm here to attempt it once again. And you have to forgive me if I try to move through everything quickly, but I just really want to get it done. So, without any further ado, let's get started. I've brought this rose water with me, and I'm just going to simply spray some around. I'm not so much doing it to cleanse the area because, as you know, when you're working in nature, nature is cleansing on its own due to the elements and things like that. So it's not necessary to cleanse when you're working in nature, but I do sometimes. It just makes me feel better. And if you feel the need to cleanse when you're working outside, you go right ahead. But the main goal that I wanted to achieve by using this is to tap into the properties of the rose, and that is love, self-love. But you can also use rose water or actual roses, rose oil in, you know, spell work or spiritual work, energy work that is pertaining to love of others. But today we're just gonna include it to, enhance the energy of self-love. And the reason for that is because the theme of this video today is self-healing, and we're gonna manifest our intentions while self-healing. I like I said, I'm just gonna go ahead and dive into it. I had a dream, and in my dream, a past loved one made contact with me, and this past loved one knows that I am currently in the process of manifesting an intention in my life, a very, very important intention, and a a huge change in my life, actually. And sometimes I let doubt creep in. Sometimes, I get down, I get depressed. I start thinking that this intention isn't manifesting, it isn't manifesting quick enough. I start wanting to play the blame game and, all these negative aspects, and I already have identified the problem. And the problem is that I haven't completely healed from past trauma in my life. And let me tell you, when we need to heal from something, it will cause us problems in so many other, departments in our life. It can affect our physical well-being, our mental health, our emotional health, our spiritual health. It will, cause problems in our career, in our job, in our family, in our day-to-day activities, in our spell work. It will cause problems in every aspect of your life. And I know how to manifest intentions, and I also know how to heal. But sometimes we will know something, but we're just not seeing it clearly. It's just not like clicking. And this is what happened with me. This person came through to me in a dream, and this person just flat out laid it out there on the line. They said, okay, this is what you need to do to manifest what it is you desire. And they said, but first of all, you know, I'm paraphrasing, first of all, you need to realize that you have already began, you know, manifesting this. You just are blind to the fact because you are letting doubt creep in. And the reason the doubt's creeping in is because of the trauma from your past, you know, the pain. You've got to heal. You've got to heal yourself. And they told me, you know, this is the way to do it, and I'm sharing this with you. I know that, you know, my channel is just a small little, you know, a little country chick in the backyard with her camera, but I do this with purpose. I do this from a place of love. I do this because I strongly believe this is a calling of mine. And like I've mentioned before, if I only reach one person, if I say something to resonate with just one person out there, I know that I have done my job. I know that I have obeyed my goddess. And I'm content. I am happy. And that is why I'm here. So I'm just going to go ahead and share with you. And this technique for healing, this person kept referring to it as work it. You know, they would say, this is what you need to do. You need to work it. So this is what we're going to call this technique, this self-healing. We're going to call it work it. It involves 7 steps, and they are to name it. Name your pain. Name that thing, whether it's child abuse, drug abuse, you know, you're going through a divorce, you've lost your job, if it's something from years ago, from recently, you know, just name it. Once you name it, remember it. Remember when it happened. Remember how it happened. Remember how it made you feel. Remember all of the negativity it has caused in your life. You know, remember it. Then, this is one of the very, very hard steps, and there's another even harder step, but after you remember it, you've got to feel it. You've got to literally, you know, and you may have to meditate. You may have to, you know, take a deep breath and just, you know, find that place again, you know. You may have to wander into the dark a bit, but you need to feel it. You need to feel what caused you to shed those tears. You need to feel what caused you to feel like you just wanted to curl up and die, that you wanted to give up. You know, you've got to physically feel it. And I know that's going to be hard, but sometimes in life, when something negative happens, something painful happens, and, you know, we kind of like, we box it up and put it in the top of the closet or the back of the closet, and we just shut the closet door. Out of sight, out of mind. And after so long, after so much time passes, we forget about that physical pain. We can remember, you know, that yes, it was very painful. I didn't think I was going to make it. You know, this just almost ruined me. But we will forget that physical pain, and you have got to feel it. I know you don't want to. I know it's hard, but you've got to make yourself feel that pain. Once you accomplish that, then this to me was the hardest step. You've got to love it. You've got to think of how the one person in the world that you love more than anything, you've got to think of how that person makes you feel. You've got to think of how happy that person makes you, or that thing, or, You know, whatever it is that you love, whatever it is that just takes your breath away, whatever you experience to make you actually physically, emotionally, spiritually feel, physically feel love. That is the feeling you want to muster up and to place on this terrible, terrible thing that hurts you so badly. You need to put this love on this thing. And then once you do that, you need to receive it. You need to receive all of the wisdom that you are going to gain from this, you know, the things that happened after you were hurt. You may have a physical thing you received, you may have a person that came into your life that you received, or it could simply be a sign or a message. It could be a bit of wisdom that you learned, you know, after this terrible thing. But you will receive. For me, I received a message, and my message came in a dream. You know, and it may be different for you, but you will have to receive. Once you receive, then let go. You can write it on a piece of paper and burn it. You can write it on a piece of paper, dig a hole, bury it. You know, you can do it symbolically. You can do a spell, a ritual. You can, you know, take a rock and name this rock, this thing, and throw it in the ocean. You know, go out in the middle of a rainstorm in the pouring rain and scream to the top of your lungs what this thing was, what it did. And as you do that, and the rain, the element of water, is going to wash you, you know, clean. You know, do that. Let go of this thing. And once you've done that, then you need to simply share it. Not share the pain with someone else, but share your experience with someone else. Tell someone your story. You know, do something that helps others to heal. If it's nothing but, you know, to tell your story, if it's to sit down and type out a Facebook post, or to just speak about it to someone, you know, you know how you want to share it. Just share it. And once you do that, you will have healed. You will be in the process of healing. You will heal from this thing. You will overcome it. And, you know, you've got to remember, while you're doing this, you've already begun to manifest your intention, because the whole time you have been doing these things to work it, and you're working it out of your life, you're healing from it, you're thinking in your mind the whole time that this is the reason I couldn't get what it was I was trying to manifest. This is the reason why, you know, I couldn't be happy. And you've already began to manifest your desire, because you've already been thinking this whole time that you're doing this healing technique to manifest your intention. So your intention is already manifesting, you know. And don't make the mistake, like some people say, do a spell and just walk away. Don't forget about it, you know, because just like the thing with the pain, once the pain comes and it goes, we tend to forget, and we don't want to forget. We want this thing to manifest, but we don't want to become consumed by it as well. So remember, you know, if you want something to grow, you've got to continue feeding it. So keep thinking about this thing, you know, envision, you know, what's going to happen afterwards once your intention manifests. You know, how is your life going to be? You know, how are you going to be happy? If you're going to be with a person or go to a place, just envision that you're there and see it and hear it and smell it and enjoy it, and, you know, you're manifesting it. And just, you know, keep seeing those signs. You know, this is just something my grandma used to tell me. If it's a sign, the way you'll know it's a sign is because you'll say, I wonder if that's a sign. If it's a sign, you'll know it's a sign, because if it wasn't, you wouldn't even think to ask, is that a sign? And once you do all of this and you get to the point where you can feel at ease, you know you've healed, you know you're on your way to getting what it is that you need, you're manifesting your intention, you're sitting back and you're chilling, you're happy, you're content. When you reach that point, you need to stop and remember, do not forget. It's so easy. I do it. We're human and we will do it. You need to stop and give gratitude. You know, if you feel the need to just fall to your knees and give the universe gratitude, or, you know, call out to your goddess and tell her thank you, thank you, thank you. If you want to put something special on your altar as, you know, an offering, you know, you're giving her that gratitude. If you want to make a special meal, if you want to do a ritual, if you want to do a spell, however it is that you give gratitude, just give gratitude. Don't ever not give gratitude, because just as you want to be reminded that you're worthy and that you're appreciated, so does the goddess, because everything exists because of her. We exist because of her. Be thankful. And, you know, I hope something I said, you know, resonates with someone out there. And like always, you guys, if you believe, you will receive. Much love. Bye.